Gelert, the faithful hound. There is an area of North Wales called Eryri, the place of eagles, better known to the English as Snowdonia. This is the home of Wyddfa, the highest mountain in Wales or England, and known to tourists as Mount Snowdon. Within Eryri is the tiny isolated village of Beddgelert. Beddgelert means Gelerts Grave in Welsh. And this place is the scene of what must surely be our most famous legend, Gelert, the faithful hound. The legend takes place in the 13th century, when Prince Llewelyn would come to stay at his summer hunting residence at what would later come to be known as Beddgelert. Of all his hunting hounds was one special dog, an Irish Wolfhound called Gelert that had been given to him by King John. It was more than just the best hunting dog he had ever seen. It was also his beloved friend and companion, rarely leaving his side. One fateful day, the prince was out hunting with his household, leaving his new baby asleep in the bedchamber. As the hunt progressed, he noticed that Gelert was not amongst the pack. This troubled him, and he ended the hunt early and returned to his residence. Striding into his bedchamber, a scene of absolute horror met his eyes. His baby's cradle had been overturned, its covers strewn around and saturated with blood and gore. He was distraught. He detected a movement in the corner of his eye and turned to see Gelert, his coat and muzzle dripping with blood. There was only one possible interpretation. Gelert had savaged his child. With uncontrollable anger, he drew his sword and plunged it deep into the hound, which howled in pain as it died. The final howl was answered by a cry. The cry of a baby. Llewelyn rushed over to the heavy oak crib and lifted it. Beneath it lay, unharmed, his infant child. Next to it, drenched in blood, lay the body of a huge wolf that Gelert had killed. Seeing his mistake and overcome with remorse, Llewelyn cradled the dead dog and carried it down to the river, where it was given a hero's burial. Llewelyn was said never to have smiled again. The gravesite is now visited by thousands of people each year, who come to pay their respects at Beddgelert, Gelerts Grave.